Welcome to X-Girls, where we answer your questions about the impact of the sex industry and life after sex work. My name is Ashley Abercrombie, and I'm your host for today. And I'm here with Harmony Dust, founder of Treasures, an outreach and support group to women in the sex industry based in the San Fernando Valley of LA. We also have Chrissy Moran, who works at Treasures as one of the peer mentors. And finally, we have Bronwyn Healy, founder of Hope Foundation in Australia, an outreach to women in prostitution. What's great about these episodes is that you'll hear answers to your questions from women who came from the sex industry. Harmony is an ex-stripper, Chrissy is an ex-pornstar, and Bronwyn is an ex-prostitute. And together, they are the X-Girls. So today we're going to be talking about friendships and community. And I know out of my own brokenness and out of my own pain and transitions in different seasons of life that it can be really hard to go from one season to the next, to leave the industry and go into a new season of life. And so sometimes that time can be very isolating. So we're going to talk today to our panel about how to build healthy friendships and community. Okay, ladies, so when you were in the business, what did your friendships look like? Oh, I got some faces.
Yeah. When I was in the industry, my friendships were very surface. It was just like they act like, it's like, oh my God, I miss you so much. You're so pretty. And that's all that there was. Mm. And there was no depth to the friendships at all.
Mm-hmm. I didn't trust women. I didn't trust men. I was sleeping with all my friends, and my friends were sleeping with my boyfriend, and so it was just a Jerry Springer mess.
Mine's very similar, and as a prostitute, the women that were in my life were competition.
Absolutely.
So I was like, okay, this is unhealthy, and I was the same. I was like, sleep with whoever's around, whatever, who cares, because it doesn't really matter, because I'm not really sure which character I am right now anyway. Wow. And when I would walk to the street, it was like every woman that was there was the enemy.
Wow.
So, and men were the enemy because they were buying the sex from me. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And there was this weird thing too. It's like on one hand, there was all this competition and this comparison and jealousy among the women. But on the other hand, you go back in the dressing room, me as a stripper, and they're the only ones who get it. So there was this sense of camaraderie and community and bonding because of that. We were all in that same kind of situation. But at the same time, I didn't trust anybody. Mm-hmm. I knew that the second I left the dressing room, they were talking about me. And I knew that because the second someone else left the dressing room, we were talking about them.
Mm-hmm. Wow, which leads me right into our next question, because it's all about trust. I mean, how can you possibly trust another woman if that's been your whole experience? So how did you guys deal with that?
I think what's hard is that I had this message, well, I should learn to trust people. I should start to trust people, start to open up. And that's true. At the same time, I didn't know what a safe person looked like. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I leave the industry, I'm supposed to trust, but maybe not everyone around me was trustworthy, even in the church, even people who were supposed to be. So I feel like one of the more important things for me to do was to figure out who are the trustworthy people and who are safe people for me to trust, and to really figure out how to guard my heart.
That's great.
Oh, as Harmony was speaking, that was what keeps coming to me too. I didn't know how to guard my heart. Mm. And I don't know that if I'd have known about it, I didn't know that I was worthy to be guarded. Mm. So it's kind of like with all of this, misperception of who I am and who I think I am. And before I realized who God thought that I was, it was like, people kept saying, you need to learn to trust, you need to guard your heart. And it was just like, what?
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
What
do you
mean?
saying?
Like,
can you speak English?
Yeah, like,
totally.
Yeah. Do I need to get a gatekeeper for my heart? Like, is that, what are you talking about? And so learning how to walk that out. And again, now I think about the life that I get to live now and the honor and privilege that it is to example that to other women. And it's kind of like, please learn from my mistakes. As much as, you've got to do your own journey, please know, you can read Scars and Stilettos, you can read Trophy of Grace. Yeah. There are women that have gone before you that can help you learn how to do friendship better. And I think I actually look at my life now and I think it's hilarious that the Hope Foundation is a community of women, because it's like, I never used to even like them. I didn't used to like me. So here I am as a leader of a community of women, all learning how to be functional and all learning how to be friends together in a healthy way. It's like, oh wow, this is redemption.
Mm-hmm. It's phenomenal. Does anybody else want to speak to present tense friendships? Like, where are you guys in your friendships now?
Well, I've actually learned how to have friendships now, but 3 years ago, I had no clue. And I basically I trusted everybody, and I would dump all my stuff on everybody because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to receive anything yet. So I didn't even know what, I thought they're my friend, I can tell them everything. So I told everybody everything, and more than once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to think then friendship was me helping people, because I had this false sense of intimacy. If you felt comfortable to share all your issues with me, then I felt close to you. And so I had this false sense of intimacy. So I thought friendship was me arriving for other people and being there for them, and them trusting me enough to share. And so what I've learned over the past several years is that friendship is mutual. And so my friends, and actually I consider every single woman up here my friend. And it's like we share, and it's mutual, and there's a mutual sharing. And actually what I love about our journey is, Chrissy, you came to Treasures first as someone that I have been mentoring and pouring into, but I've watched you grow into a place where I feel like you're my friend, like you're a peer to me, you have wisdom, I respect you, I don't feel like the relationship is one-sided. So it's been really neat for me, at least, for us to have grown together in that way.
That's
I
awesome.
agree.
Yeah.
So good. So as you can see, friendship is extremely important. And so coming up in our next segment, we're going to talk about community in the context of recovery.